Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk about the kitchen redesign idea for Carolina's healthcare system, Blue Ridge in Morganton, North Carolina. Here is a picture of our hospital, if I can get to it. We have the floors to the left and the right, and the emergency room in the center. And down in this teeny corner over here, we can't see it because it's on the back end of the hospital in the basement, is the food service department. It's actually a pretty large hospital for being rural and in a small town. It services all of Burke County. It has about 156 beds. On an average lunch period, there'll be about 90 patient meals served. Usually that'll get up to, it'll be between 80 and 120 at the max. And then maybe there'll be about 10, 15 guest trays that get sent up as well. It has a lot of different services, including a behavioral health and mental health floor, and a rehabilitation floor for people recovering from drug addiction. They've also got an ICU, a surgery unit, and a NICU, a pediatric nursery. They do nephrology, urology, oncology, all of those ologies, gynecology, radiology, and yeah, just a lot of different services. Their management team is run by Greg Trebelbis. He's our food service director for the region. He's in charge of, gosh, I forget how many hospitals and long-term care facilities in Burke County, but definitely directly overseeing about 5 facilities in the Morganton and Valdez area. And we also have Allison Boldrini, our clinical dietitian manager, and her office is right beside Greg's in our hospital. A lot of people call it Grace Hospital. And Dustin Huizengay, that's how he says it, is our executive chef. Evelyn Poole is our patient services manager, and we have 3 RDs in total and over 50 food service employees. So those 3 RDs are Allison, Sarah, and Alyssa. And Alyssa's kind of shared between College Pines Long-Term Care, Grace Heights Long-Term Care, and the hospital. Here is a blueprint of our kitchen, and you'll see all of the areas in green are storage shelves. This area to the bottom right is our storage room and connects to a giant refrigerator that holds all of the foods that have been delivered that have not been opened or prepared or touched by preparation methods yet. And that'll come in from the south area here. We can't see it because I wanted to make sure it was all zoomed in and it was a little farther than the picture would allow, but it'll get dropped off at the service dock and then carted through here into our storage room. And we have a couple people designated to just do storage when that's needed. And we'll walk in here, and there's the kitchen. We'll see a freezer that's divided in a freezer and deep freezer, and then there's a fridge over here. This little area over here where my mouse is usually used for, I guess it's a multi-purpose area. It's usually used for preparing patient meals and Meals on Wheels foods. It's also used to prepare food for the retail area, and occasionally catering things if I hadn't already said that. Back here in the back, we have another freezer right there, mainly for vegetables, and then a blast chiller. And this area is used for patient meals almost exclusively. It's done for all the hot stuff. So we've got a couple ovens back there, and then here's a hot hold. And all of the things in burgundy on this blueprint are hot serving, hot preparation, hot holding items. And back here in the back is where my mouse is usually where all the fruit is cut up, and it's stored in this refrigerator right here. We've got some pots and pan storage racks right here. And this area in the back is not our dish room, but it's a pot and pan dish cleaning area. And so people over here in the dish room don't have to deal with these massive pots and pans that really need to be cleaned very frequently because they're used so frequently during one meal period even. And over right below it is a meal prep area, mainly for the retail area, a little bit for patient meals as well, because there's some steam kettles over here with little circles, and some more ovens over here, but mainly food for the retail area is prepped over here. And south of that is the patient tray preparation pod, and that is right near the center of the kitchen, takes up a lot of area. And you can see the hot hold is on the flat side of this backwards E, and then there are two refrigerators on either side, so people can be in here making 2 trays at one time, and then they'll turn around and put them on the tray carts right behind them. And south of that is the clean side of the dish room, and to the left of that is the dirty side of the dish room. It's got 2 access points. So one from the kitchen side going through this little walkway, and one from the hallway. The tray carriers that we have an abundance of are usually stored right here, and that takes up a ton of space. And we've got the patient services office where people go over all of the patient diet orders and the menus that they've chosen, and double check and triple check all of those, all of the patient orders that have the supervisor check tag on them, that are also usually on a red tag instead of a white tag, so people know it's an allergy or it's a very specialized diet and needs to be checked over a million times. And the executive chef office, Dustin's office, is right beside that. Poor Dustin got a little shoebox office, and he's always got just too much stuff for the space he's in, but he takes it in stride. And then right across the hallway is the dietary office, where Sarah and Mabel are hanging out most of the time, doing a lot of charting. And right beside that is Greg's office, our food service director. And beside that is Allison's office. And it's really convenient for the catering associates to just walk across the hall and ask them questions when need be. Here's our dish room, and it's nice and big, not really that congested. It's able to handle the load. We're going to take a right here and go through that little door. Here we are in that little hallway. Here's some racks that we use to pick up old food. We just went through that door. We're looking behind us. Now we're kind of looking at the clean side of the dish room. To our left are all those patient tray carriers, and to our right we can look out into the retail area. And if we looked a little more right, we would be able to see the patient pod tray building line. So now we're looking behind us where we just were. There's the diet office to the left, where all the catering associates are always working on stuff. And we can see this area gets super congested. There is absolutely not enough space for all of the clean dishes to be stored during the heavy periods. And looking back on the dish room at a glance, we're able to see that this teeny little hallway that leads out to the retail area just gets filled up with stuff all the time. We've got a hand sink, we've got dirty laundry bins and a clean laundry bin. We've got the chemical closet over here, and it's just very tight. Now we're looking at the patient tray line pod. Over our right shoulder, looking behind us, is that clean dish room area. We're able to see 4 refrigeration units with glass doors so you can see what's inside. Usually these bigger ones have dessert, jello, fruit, salad, etc. And the smaller ones have drinks and nutritional supplements. This center area has all of the condiments and silverware and tray covers that you would need. And looking right beside it, there's the drink building area. And we've got some fridges behind it, and they'll keep extras of whatever, nutritional supplements, yogurt, milk, what have you. This is looking, so we're going to hop over to the other side where we're looking. We're hopping over here and looking behind us. And there's Marquita's beautiful face, and she just made this picture a million times better. We're looking at the hot hold line, and this is breakfast, I believe. To the right of that, there's a hot hold right over here, and that's usually used to restock the hot hold items. We've got a toaster right here for most items, a microwave, and a gluten-free toaster. We've got gloves up top, extra bowls and random things underneath, extra trays underneath this hot hold. And behind us, we'll be able to look behind us right here. So behind us was this fridge over here where usually prepared specialty items like a chef's salad or what have you is usually stored in advance with the patient ticket on it so that they don't have to scramble to make things as they go. They make them as soon as they get those, and they'll make those first so they're there and we don't have to scramble. And now we're looking at the retail area. This is our third most congested space. And this is because a lot of people just want to see what's going on the line. We've got our special hot hold area, and Cindy's always over there enticing people to get ample helpings of whatever delicious thing they have. And there's a grill over here. There's Kavan and Paul over there. Paul's action station is over here. He always makes beautiful gourmet meals. And a salad station, and to the right there's a pizzeria and a deli. And there's chips. And behind us, if we were to look, there are 2 cash registers. But really, this is the area where it gets congested because people are trying to peek and they don't know where the line starts. And so, as we just went over, the advantages definitely outweigh the disadvantages of this kitchen. They're very efficient. They can plate and serve all 120 patient meals within a 45-minute window, and all of their food is out the door for each floor as soon as it's made, for about a definitely less than a 10-minute turnaround from on the cart to the patient. So they're quick, but it definitely could be made easier. So one thing I would do would be to remove this wall for the chemical closet and move the chemical closet to, I'll look at the blueprint here, move the chemical closet to this bathroom by the storage room. That's a random bathroom. We don't need it. We've got 2 down here and we've got 2 over here. We don't need it. And so that could be our chemical closet. And then that would open up all the space to store more dish racks so that we don't have to have emergencies where we may or may not use, I'm going to say may not, rags to dry some of the dishes on occasion. That's a no-no. But the chemicals have to be stored in their own closet, so that's why we would do that by the storage room instead of trying to figure out something else in the kitchen. Another thing I would do is move this drink building station to our right over here on this wall, because really it's just used for wrapping silverware. And if we were able to move that over there, then we'd be able to rotate counterclockwise this cooler and have the fridge door facing our way, so that this hallway would be opened up just a little bit more so people could sneak in and get what they want, but it wouldn't be far away for somebody to grab it. It's within arm's reach. They don't even have to take but one step to grab stuff. And so I think that would improve the mobility within this station and get some of these drink building people out of the way. They're always in the way. One other thing I would do is to include some signs that indicate the names of each station, because even people who've been working there for years still get confused about where the grill is and why the grill is different than this area with the hot food serving line, because Cindy cannot be jumping around doing two things, so it is separate. We've got somebody on the grill all the time. And then having the action station indicated and the salad bar and the deli and pizzeria indicated. Also, we'd want to have some menus posted with pictures, maybe on the TV outside the kitchen, but right before people come in, because a lot of people want to peek and see what it looks like when you go in. They want to see what's there, what's looking good. And so maybe that might help if they have a visual before they go in. And a couple things to consider are the available space we have. We don't have much. Really, all of the basement space is taken up with storage, and from not just our department. And so we really have to get creative about making changes and really troubleshooting those changes even after they happen, to make sure it actually is more efficient. And also, we want to consider how the employees are going to take that transition. Even if it's something good, something new doesn't always feel very good. And so that would just take some getting used to. And hopefully if the chemical closet was by the storage room, it wouldn't decrease their refilling frequency of their sanitizer buckets. And also we'd have to wait on a renewal and an estimate to stay in line with the capital equipment budget. And I've got some walkthrough videos if anybody is so interested in the design of this kitchen. You can see that along with my various unregulated commentary. So I would watch that with the sound off, because I'm just chatting with people as I go along, and maybe watch it with at 1.5 speeds on YouTube. But yeah, you can see those and can screenshot the link or ask me if you want to see it. There's lots of staff members who wanted to be in the video, and so they got their debut in those videos. So any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.